Hey folks, wanted to show off a lighthouse I built. Now it's actually kind of looking kind of funky right now, but I can assure you this actually goes around in a circle, and well, it imitates what a lighthouse would look like, especially from far away. Let me get a little bit further and see if I can... it's not going to do it right because of fraps limiting the frames per second to 60, and I don't know why it does that, but yeah, if you go higher, about the only way to get it to render correctly is to go higher, and you don't really want to do that, so it's okay. But yeah, it actually goes around in a circle. I'll show you the inside here in a sec, and maybe you'll be able to understand it better. I've seen some of them, some of these builds, like lighthouse builds, and they are, the ones that I've seen usually have redstone showing on the outside, and I didn't like that. And now actually, I used to have it powered by a minecart going around in a circle, and I'll show you that the way I had it before. There was a minecart going in a circle, and every time it would hit the detector rail, it would set it off. And actually all this thing in the middle, and a lot of this is not necessary anymore. At one time I had it so, or with the minecart, when the minecart hit the detector rail, here you go, there was redstone here, and the minecart would hit the detector rail and send a signal up above, and that would power, just send a jolt of power to the lighthouse. Well, actually, it would send a jolt of power. Anyway, the way I had it was that I had it set up. This right here is actually connected to a switch all the way back at the house, underneath the skydock I was standing on, and it would flip this. Now you can see what's going on here every now and then because I have this set up now, and this is actually logout friendly now. The way I had it before was the only way to keep it logout friendly before they fixed redstone circuits, and these are just this is just one of those repeating circuits. Just goes around in a circle and it keeps repeating. The jolt power, or the initial power, is actually powered by that switch, by that button way down there in case it does go off. Now usually I have signs up through here, so I'm not sitting here building like you're seeing me do now, throwing dirt everywhere or whatever. But since signs are not working at this time on the server, I'm having to actually build into it. But for the most part, you're not gonna. A lot of that is not needed. The only thing you really need is just a way to start the circuit, or one of these repeating circuits, and just a jolt to start the circuit. So you can actually just set up one of these like this, coming all the way from your house or something, or I mean from downstairs or whatever, if you don't feel like, or if you want to be able to turn it on and off, or turn it on anyway. You can turn it off by just pressing it a few times, and it'll send the signal in a few times, and it will cause the circuit to just have more than it can handle or whatever. So it'll just keep repeating, or it'll just stay lit. And then the only way to get rid of that is to come up and break it. But anyway, this is the bottom corner pistons. This is how I have that set up. I have the power coming in from actually above, and what it does is it sends the power, then it comes down from up here, and since this, I believe it's this one, I don't remember exactly how I did it, but I have it timed, and this is basically kind of in sync with the rest of the pistons going around. So you will have to use, for the bottom ones, the way that I have it set up, you'll have to use some way like this. Or actually, you know, you can do this simpler. And at the time I didn't think of it. I was really, it was like one of my first redstone projects that I was doing without any help from anyone. I was just trying to do it on my own. You can probably set up a block over there with an inverter, but it may get into that Anyway, the dimensions I have it set up are pretty small compared to some of the other ones I saw. It's I'm going to be honest, a lot of it came out by luck. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew how it needed to work. But when it came down to it, it was down to luck that things just fit. So yeah, you can see this. This is that all the way from the bottom, it gets the signal, and that is lighting up this block. That signal keeps hitting this block, comes around. I have it on a small repeater here, just to make sure it goes all the way through. That goes up, that goes down. This one that comes down actually lights it, hits it here, and if you'll see that this one hits, this one's 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks, and then I have a redstone repeater on the 4th tick that goes over there. Let's just start over again. The first tick, second tick behind there, 3rd tick, 4th tick, then another redstone repeater to signal to bring it over there. So essentially it's just basically adding a tick as you go around and making sure that those go in sync. Now up here I had to put steps because if you put sandstone, for whatever reason it'll automatically update the piston, and you'll end up with this weird, what will happen is that these up above, those pistons up above will come up in the reverse order of how they're supposed to, yeah, they'll come down in the reverse order, or they'll go up in the reverse order. So you'll have them come down from left to right, and then they'll go back up from right to left, or you'll have them come up from right to left, and then, or go down from right to left, and then come up from left to right. So you need the only way to get them to retract correctly, for me, I believe wool worked fine. Wool kept it. I think you saw there was red wool down there. This used to be made out of red wool and white wool, but I decided I wanted cobble and sandstone to go better with the rest of my house. And you'll see that this is the circuit I have set up, and the signal comes up, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a block here, just powers that block over there, and it powers those 2 redstone, or those 2 pistons. Comes here with a 4, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4. Again with the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's how that works. And I mean, like I said, on the video you can't really see it that well, but it works. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye. This is just another view of what I was doing. Anyway, yeah, again, you can see that it's kind of, it has something to do with fraps. It's just when it does the frames per second, but normally this is what it looks like, but yeah, it's just kind of bugged. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.